Hello, my name is Ranadipam. My ID number is 22DC099. So my topic is iterative model. This is a software engineering group, software engineering model. So this is iterative model is a iterative process start with a simple implementation of small set of software requirement and iteratively enhance the involving version until the complete system is implemented and ready to be deployed. So in this model, every steps it is in iterate. It is iterative. This is a diagram, requirement, design and development, test and implementation. So iterative and incremental development is a combinational of both iterative design or iterative method and incremental build model for development. During the software development, more than one iteration for of the software development cycle may be in progress at the same time. This process may be described as a evolutionary equation or a incremental build approach. तो इस मॉडल में ऐसा होता है कि जो भी सॉफ्टवेयर होता है वो एक एक आइटरेशन में होता है, वन बाय वन, स्टेप बाय स्टेप होता है और इस इट हैज़ अ पैरेलल एंड linear workflow. So this is the advantages of iterative model. The iterative model is less costly to change the scope requirement. It supports the changing requirement and operating time is less. Initial operating time is very less of this model. This is the disadvantages. Initial more resource may required and management complexity is very more. This is the disadvantages and application of iterative model is requirement of the complete system are clearly defined to understand and there is time to market constraint. Thank you. Start.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Manav Savoria, and my roll number is 22DC106, and I am from Depstar Institute C branch. So today is my topic is about the waterfall model. Waterfall model is a traditional and linear approach to software development, where the development process flows through a set of distinct phases and a sequential manner. And it was firstly introduced by Wittstein Roes in 1970. So now let us see the diagram of a waterfall model. So first phase is the requirement phase. So all the requirements of a project is taken from the client in this phase. So afterwards, next phase comes to the specification. So specifications means if a client has given the any specification for their project, so it is taken in this specification phase. Then the implementation means our design, taking a design. So in design phase, we have to design the model of given client requirements, and then it is a part of implementation. Means we have to design the codes and all things of a project in this implementation phase. Now the next phase is a testing phase. So testing phase it includes the testing of a model and a project, so that it is useful for the client. And then after this the maintenance phase. Once the testing phase is over, the deployment of a project is done to the client, and then the maintenance phase come of the project. So now taking these advantages. Advantages of waterfall model is it is easy and simple. Second, it is easy to manage. Means we can divide the things in different phases. So this is the third advantage, that phase is completed once at a time. Means we can differentiate the different part of phases. So and it is a clearly defined stages. means we can divide the work of project in different phases. So also let us talk about the disadvantage of waterfall model. High amount of risk. It has the high amount of risk in this model. So second is a poor model for long project. So it is a work for the small projects only, and it is a rigid model. That means it you cannot backtrack in this model. So and fourth is you cannot accommodate changing requirements. So if once the client has given the requirements, then requirements cannot be changed in throughout the project. So now last one, the application. Application, the safety and critical system means waterfall model is often used in a development of safety and critical systems such as aerospace and or medical systems. Second, it is a government. It is used in a government and defense project. Means waterfall model is commonly used in the government and defense project where the rigidity and the structure approach is necessary to ensure that the project meets all the requirements and delivered on time. And the third is low cost budget projects, means if any client has the low budget and wants to make the project, then it is also applicable to this type of projects. Thank you. So now I will talk about the another process model. So that is the extreme programming process model. So let us talk about the overview of extreme programming process model. So extreme programming process model is agile software development methodology that emphasizes the flexibility, collaboration, and the customer satisfaction. Extreme programming was introduced by Ken Beck in late 1990s. So now let us talk about the diagram of extreme programming language software model. So first it concludes of the code reviews. The code reviews detects and correct the error efficiency. Another is testing. So testing code help us to remove the errors and improve the quality of codes. Then third is increment development. So increment development is very good because customer feedback is gained, and based on this development team comes up with the new increment in the softwares. Now last stage is planning. If testing has some error in any program, then we should again start with the planning stage. So now let us talk about the advantages of extreme programming. Now let us talk about the advantages. So advantages are flexibility. So higher the adaptable to the changing requirements. Second is customer satisfaction. Means it continuous the collaboration ensure the delivery product assigned to with the customer expectation. So third is higher quality. It increase the quality of a software model and our products or a software which is designed. And now last one is the efficiency. It emphasizes the practice that leads to more efficient development, such as pair programming and small frequently release. Now let us talk about the disadvantages. First disadvantages is learning curve. Team customized to traditional methodology may face learning curves. Second is resource intensive. So resource intensive, some practices like pair programming may require additional resources. Third is documentation. Places has less emphasis on extensive documentation, which may lead to a drawback of in environment requiring comprehensive documentation. Now last one. Let us talk about the application of extreme programming. So first application is web development. It is used in developing the website. Second is e-commerce platform. So now e-commerce projects are often required quite a feature enhance bug fix and adaptation to change the market trends. Now third is mobile development. So in mobile app development, space especially for application with frequent updates and enhancement. And last one is third, healthcare. Healthcare IT. In healthcare IT projects where complaints requirements may involve extreme programming's ability to handle the changing regulation and delivery reliable software can be advantageous.
Hello everyone, my name is Raj Rabadia and my ID is 22DCE095. I am from Depstar G. I am going to explain incremental model in software engineering. Incremental model is nothing but a model by model development. First of all, we build a model and we design and develop it of the model, and we test that model and we implement. If a model has a bug, we can fix and repeat the cycle. Is the same as model 2, so it's called model by model development. We can go through the model of n. The advantages of the incremental model is model by model development, as I told you, and it is a flexible and easy to test and debug. We can easily test and debug. There are some disadvantages of incremental models. Incremental model needs good planning, because of it is a model by model development. So for first model and second model में planning बहुत होनी चाहिए, and cost is higher. Cost is higher in increment model. So छोटे छोटे बेस पे ये पॉसिबल नहीं हो सकता, बड़े बड़े लेवल पे हम इसको इम्प्लीमेंट कर सकते हैं. There are some applications of incremental model. Risk management and complexity are there, one of them in incremental model. There is well-defined module interface are required. So हमें perfect well-defined interface बनाने होंगे ये मॉडल क्रिएट करने के लिए, और उसके बाद हम अपने प्रोजेक्ट को ग्रो कर सकते हैं. So thank you very much. So I am explaining my second model. Its name is V model. V model is basically verification and validation model, which is similar like waterfall model. It is a phase by phase model. So first phase must be completed before second phase start. As I describe here, there is a many phases in V's life cycle. It is developer life cycle phase and it is tester life cycle phase. So it has business specification and tester has exceptions of testing. This developer lifecycle has system specification and tester lifecycle has system integration testing. So first business specification start, and after that tester will accept that model and test that. V model has two design: high level design and low level design. As I described, high level design test that as a component testing, and low level design tester that is a unit testing. And coding phase is start and tester test the coding phase. There are some advantage and disadvantage of V model. Advantages are simple and easy to use, and other is avoid downflow. तो हमें V मॉडल है वो डाउनवर्ड फ्लो को ज़्यादातर अवॉइड करने की ट्राई करता है. एंड थर्ड इज टेस्टिंग एक्टिविटीज डिजाइनिंग इज वेल. सो V मॉडल में हम अच्छी डिज़ाइन बना सकते हैं और टेस्टिंग भी अच्छी तरह से कर सकते हैं. डिसएडवांटेजेस ऑफ V मॉडल. V मॉडल इज लेस फ्लेक्सिबल, सो फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी का यहाँ पे थोड़ा अभाव रहेगा. एंड लेट इन द प्रोसेस, सो प्रोसेस लाइफ साइकिल होगी वो ज़्यादा बड़ी होगी बिकॉज ऑफ डेवलपर लाइफ साइकिल एंड टेस्टर लाइफ साइकिल इज इंक्लूड इन V मॉडल. एंड थर्ड इज लिमिटेड स्कोप एंड इटरेशन. सो इस मॉडल में जो छोटे बेस के कंपनी का स्कोप थोड़ा कम रहेगा बिकॉज ऑफ big and complex model. And there are some applications of V model. So V model medical devices में ज़्यादातर यूज़ होता है और इंडस्ट्रियल कंट्रोल सिस्टम में भी ज़्यादातर यूज़ होता है, और टेलीकम्युनिकेशन सिस्टम में और मोबाइल फ़ोन कंपनीज भी V मॉडल को यूज़ करने का बहुत ट्राई करती है. सो दैट इज़ ऑल अबाउट V मॉडल. थैंक.
Hello, my name is Vedant Prajapati and my ID is 22DCE094. I will talk about the spiral model. It is a software model that combines both a waterfall model and iterative development methodologies. It looks like a spiral with many loops, so it's called as a spiral. And here it is a diagram of a spiral model where here is a planning phase where uh, determination of project objectives and constraints are done. Here is a risk analysis where identify and analysis the project risk. Here is engineering phase where the develop or verify the project. Here is testing where in this phase conduct testing including the unit testing and system testing. Here this is a evaluation phase where evaluate whether to proceed to the next iteration or to conclude the project. As it has some advantages like risk handling is one of the important advantages of the spiral model. Then flexibility that we can easily change requirement at later phases and good for customer satisfaction. And the disadvantages are it is expensive, so it is not suitable for small projects. And end of a project also may known easily, and it is difficult in time management because we cannot estimate the time to end of this process. And the applications are like a critical system development like medical devices and nuclear power plant, and defense and military system like development of a communication system, then a financial system and trading system, uh, like a development of a telecommunication system, networking software, etc. Thank you. Hello, my name is Vedant Prajapati and my ID is 22DCE094. I will talk about the Agile model. This model is a software development approach which is based on iterative development. It breaks tasks into smaller iteration and parts, and plans regarding the number of iterations and the duration are defined in advance in Agile model. Here is the different phases of the agile model. The first phase is require gathering phases. In this phase, we must define the requirement. Then the second phase is design phase. After identify the project, work with the stakeholders to define the requirement. Then third is a construction phase where team defines the construction and the work begins. Then the fourth is a testing phase where the assurance team tests the products and look for the bug. And the last phase is a deployment phase where the team issues a product for the user work environment. And after all this phase, the last come feedback. In this, the team receives feedback from the users and work through the feedback of users. And the advantages of this are the first is flexibility, and it allows the changes in required after even after late in the development process. And second is customer collaboration, like a regular interaction with the customers ensure delivered products align with their expectation. And third is enhance quality, where continuous testing attributes to high software quality. The disadvantages are that it is not suitable for the all products, and it can be easily taken off if the customer representative is not clear. And the applications are like a development of mobile apps, web development projects, game development, etc. Thank you.
Friends, my name is Divya Prajapati and my ID is 22DCE093. Today I explain the DevOps model. DevOps, short in DevOps development and operation. It involves collaboration between the development team and operation team. Uh, I explain the diagram of DevOps model. First is the plan. The development team plan which features are included in an application. Then the next thing is the code. The development team makes the code for these new features for, and the next thing is the build. The development team write the code and then build the features of this application. Then the next thing is the release. The development team release that application, and the next thing is the deploy. The development team deploy this application, and the operate. The operation team is operate this application for in any query in this application. The next thing is the monitor. The operation team monitor this application. If any query in this, then they solve that. And this diagram is a infinite loop. The advantages of DevOps model is increased collaboration between the development team and operating team. Then the second is improve quality. They test this application and to write a code, so they improve quality. Efficiency is the DevOps quality is best. And then disadvantages of DevOps. First is the less availability of DevOps professionals. Second is infrastructure cost is high. DevOps model infrastructure cost is high, and the third one is the increased complexity. Then the application of DevOps models is first one is the cloud computing. DevOps practices align well with cloud environments, allowing the efficiency deployment and management of application in cloud infrastructure. The second one is the e-commerce platform. In this, DevOps is frequently used in the development and maintenance of e-commerce platform to ensure fast and reliable update to online shopping experience. And third one is the IoT. The full form of IoT is the Internet of Things. This is applied in IoT to manage the development and operation to interconnected device in system efficiency. Thank you.